Man, after the Indiana Fever knocked off the Atlanta Dream the other day, it was the bounce back game for the Atlanta Dream versus the Washington Mystics. And Angel Reese dominates the Washington Mystics, and Caitlin Clark completely stinks it up against the New York Liberty as they fumble away a lead and the excuses start to come. When is everybody going to stop making excuses for Caitlin Clark's flaws and her inconsistencies out on the basketball court? Because I've seen Paige Beckers and Olivia Miles, just to name two, that are absolutely playing better than Caitlin Clark. But don't nobody want to talk about that. But look, you are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. But we got to talk about how Angel Reese dominated the Washington Mystics on the bounce back game after the loss to the Indiana Fever, and how Caitlin Clark completely stinks it up against the New York Liberty as they let a lead slip away and they take a L. And we're going to talk about it right after this.
Let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't repping the same. Nah, it's my bro K-Sap. Chopping up topics for your outfits. From politics to your cockpits. Tune in, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio stereo. Bumping high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic. Man, I got something to say.
Well, guys, you know I got something to say, man. As we watched the Atlanta Dream put belt to ass on the Washington Mystics, 109-77 in the bounce back game after they squandered a loss to the Indiana Fever. And this game came out to show you that when you play team ball instead of playing hero ball, you can accomplish a lot of things. And when you play defense in the WNBA, you're going to get a lot of things done. And Angel Reese took it upon herself to put her imprint all over the game. She completely dominated. And shout out to, Ryan Howard, for her bounce back game, because she was atrocious against the Indiana Fever. She couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. The thing about Ryan Howard, she's going to keep fighting. She had her bounce back game tonight, 19 points. She actually was able to see the ball go in from 3-point range. She was 4-7. She was 6-11 from the field. They really didn't need too much output from all the starters, because we saw what Medina Okot did when she came off the bench in her limited minutes. Medina Okot's going to be a problem. She came in and gave the Atlanta Dream 18 minutes. She poured in 11 points. She had 5 rebounds. And also, man, the thing about Medina Okot, man, 5-9 from the field, added a 3 ball. She's going to be dominant, man. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with. But as far as the Atlanta Dream, they run their record to 7-3. That was a bounce back game, a better, defensive showing, better game in transition. Angel Reese going to the foul line, as she always gets fouled. Now she's going to the foul line. And what was impressive about Angel Reese tonight, she was 10-10 from the free throw line. Because she's going to get fouled, and she's got to step up to the line and make them free throws. 4-9 from the field. She had 18 points, 17 rebounds. But more impressively, she had 4 steals and 1 block. So as a team, we can count on Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray is always going to be there. Naz Hillman, she's gritty. But to me, I think Naz Hillman, needs to stop shooting so many threes. And as a team, the Atlanta Dream need to start shooting threes. But they played an excellent third quarter, and that's when the route was on. And they put belt to ass on the Washington Mystics. Kiki Arifin, she's going to continue to do what she does. She had 24 points, but she only had 3 rebounds. So Angel kept her off the glass, but she did score. She was 8 of 15 from the field. And Lauren Betts, man, to be the number, that big of a player, and potentially they said that she should have went number 1 in the draft. I mean, I don't know what Washington's doing with her. 16 minutes, 6 points, 2 or 4. You know, coming off of a NCAA championship, and you was the main cog to that UCLA team, and you're not getting it done in Washington. And I've always told people that, you know, you get somebody to play physical against Lauren Betts, you can knock her off her game, and that's what happens. You know, these bigs in the WNBA, they a handful. You got a lot of versatile bigs in the WNBA that play physical and know how to score. But it was a great bounce back win for the Atlanta Dream, you know, to get their winning streak back together. You know what I'm saying? 7-3 on the year. It's only good things that can come, but, you know, shout out to the coaching staff, Carl Schmecko, doing a great job with this team. Angel Reese fitting right on in. They got a group of women that they really want it. They look out for each other. And Angel Reese's infectious energy rubs off on a lot of these players. Let's listen to what Angel Reese and Medina Okot said at the post-game press conference, man. Let's take a listen to what they had to say.
With the 9 Sports, I know we've been having some nicknames go around. The Permission, the Podium, Barbie. After Izzy Borlai's performance tonight, do you have any nickname for her that you want to give her, Angel?
It needs to be something along the lines of like Silky Smooth or Smooth Criminal, because she's always like, her moves are at her own pace and she always finishes through, especially when she's going to the basket. But also she's great from the 3-point line. So I'm going to figure something out. And I want to tie a little Aussie in there too. So yeah, we'll figure it out.
Angel, with all your numbers tonight, 18 points, 17 rebounds, 4 steals. The one that stood out was 10 for 10 from the line today. How much do you put into that free throw line and being able to see them go through like that?
Yeah, I work on it every single day. I know that I'm going to get to the free throw line a lot. Me and Toya and Carl work a lot on swishes and making sure it's going straight in and coming right back to me. And I do that every single day and every single day. So it's just something that I make sure I perfect and something that I can always rely on. Free throws happens. You never know how the game may go. But when I get them, I need to make sure I knock them down.
Medina, you had 11 points in 18 minutes. As you've gotten more accustomed to the system, what do you think has been your biggest thing that you've learned?
I would say I'm around the greatest people. I'm around the greatest player, inspired by Angel. And I'm learning from the greatest. And I just want to go out there and do the most I can from my opportunities that I can, maybe.
Hey, y'all, it's Meg Hall with USA Today. Angel, this question's for you, just following up on Medina's performance. You talked about, I guess, to us earlier about how she doesn't know how good she is yet. If you could describe this performance today and just what you saw from your lens.
Yeah, I'm happy for her. I mean, I think she continues to grow every game and building her confidence. I tell her when she comes in the game, you are the best and you are a beast and nobody in front of you can guard you but you. And she continues to dominate. I think she's been a sponge and always been willing to learn and figure things out and been thrown out there with, like she says, some of the best early on. But I think she continues to thrive. I think she's young. She's raw. But
I'm grown up. I'm 21.
Okay, she's a grown-up. She's a grown-up. But I think she continues to grow, continues to learn. And I love Medina. I think she's just a great teammate. She's fun. She brings a lot of energy that you guys don't see. And I think her success and her sky is the limit.
Love you too.
Angel, 4 of your steals, well, all 4 of your steals came in the third quarter. I guess for you, what did you see in that period? And I guess in general, what did you all see defensively that kind of helped you guys step up in the third?
Yeah, I think we just wanted to be better from last game. Just making sure we emphasize on the ball pressure, making sure we give ourselves extra opportunities. I think we also struggled with transition last game too. So if we get defensive stops on one end, we can get out in transition quickly, and that's easy points for us. So I think Rye did a great job. I mean, this is her career high for steals. Kudos to her. She sets the tone every single night. But yeah, I think our defense is our identity, and we just continue to go off of that.
You heard what Angel Reese had to say, man, and you know she alluded to it, man. Defense is their calling card. When they play defense and get stops, man, they win a lot of ball games because their offense is going to pick up. The times that their offense go through droughts, their defense locks in. You I don't want to put too much emphasis on Coach Sidney Johnson for the Washington Mystics. He got escorted off the court. He crashed out. I don't know if this happened in the second quarter or the third quarter, but he did crash out and got escorted. He was heated altercation. I don't know what provoked it, but he completely crashed out, man. He completely crashed out. But let's take a look at the box scores and see what Angel Reese and the Atlanta Dream did. Well, you see that they beat the Washington Mystics 109-77. You see Nas Hillman 25 minutes, Angel Reese 25 minutes, Alicia Gray 25 minutes, Jordan Canada 25 minutes, Ryan Howard 21 minutes. They didn't need all the minutes out of it because they put belt to ass. That's why you had a lot of people come off the bench and play significant minutes. Nas Hillman 6 points. Angel Reese, she had 18 points, 4-9 from the field. She didn't take no 3-pointers, 10-10 from the free throw line, 17 rebounds. She had 3 turnovers. Like I said, Angel Reese is careless with the ball when she's at the top of the key. She got to make better passes. She got to secure the ball much better at the top of the key and around that perimeter because her passes are lazy. Like she's not putting no emphasis on her passes to get it to the man. And that's why, most of her turnovers are calls at the top of the key and around the perimeter. Then you got to look at, she had 7 offensive rebounds, man, 10 defensive rebounds, right? And, she was a plus 25 on the court. Then you look at Alicia Gray, 15 points, 1 of 4 from the field. She didn't take that many shots, but they got to the foul line a lot. She was 12 of 15 from the free throw line, right? Then Jordan Canada, 11 points, 4-6 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3-point range, 2 of 3 from free throw line, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. Then Ryan Howard, like I said, her bounce back game in 21 minutes. She had 19 points, 6-11 from the field, 4-7 from 3-point range, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. And then you look at, Medina Okot coming off the bench, 18 minutes, 11 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, right? Then you look at Tahina Paopao, 14 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 3 from the 3-point range, right? So they're getting bench production. But on the other hand, man, let's talk about these Indiana Fever. These Indiana Fever, man, after they beat the Atlanta Dream, man, they fell to the New York Liberty, which now the Indiana Fever are playing 500 ball. They're at 5-5. And I was the first person to give Caitlin Clark her kudos after that Indiana game, stating that she played some one-on-one individual defense. She was pumped up. I guess they got the message in their little meeting that they had, a 2-hour meeting. And Kelsey Mitchell, she alluded to all that. You know what I'm saying? They played defense as a team too, but individually, Caitlin Clark played some great defense. But offensively, she's still inconsistent, man. She still is having a hard time being consistent, man. And then there's all kinds of excuses for her. Tonight against the New York Liberty, she basically stunk it up once again. Inefficient. Like I said, I've seen Paige Beckers be efficient. I've seen Paige Beckers play way much better ball than Caitlin Clark. I've seen Olivia Miles, the rookie, playing much better ball than Caitlin Clark. But what they do is make all these excuses for Caitlin Clark, talking about she needs to be the system. You need to put a system in and let Caitlin Clark be the system and everybody else just get in where they fit in. And this notion of, Stephanie White not wanting, Caitlin Clark to succeed is asinine. Everybody's talking about the whole organization not wanting Caitlin Clark to succeed. Then now, there's reports out there, trade rumors of her going to Los Angeles, man. It's crazy on how people think that, because if you look at it, when they play without Caitlin Clark, it's a different type of ball game. But with Caitlin Clark in the lineup, these stands want everything to revolve around Caitlin Clark. It can't be that way. This is a team game. Kelsey Mitchell is their best player on the team. But everybody want to make this notion about Caitlin Clark is the whole Indiana Fever team. And you got these stands out here making all kinds of excuses for Caitlin Clark. Why she can't do this and why she can't do that is because of Stephanie White and the organization and Lynn Dunn holding her back, man. Y'all got to stop that. So let's look at the box scores, man. the box scores today, man, they let one slip away against the New York Liberty without Sabrina Ionescu. You know what I'm saying? You got to look. You know, Monique Billings, 35 minutes, 15 points, 6 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3-point range, 2 of 6 from the foul line, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Look at Aaliyah Boston. She had 13 points, 9 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell, still being Kelsey Mitchell, 21 points. She was 7 of 21 from the field, 2 of 8 from the 3-point line, and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. She had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 turnovers. Then you look at Lexi Hall. Where's Lexi Hall at? 19 points, 5 minutes. You only took 2 shots. And then you look at Caitlin Clark. She played 34 minutes. She only had 10 points. She's 4 of 14 from the field. Inconsistent. 6 3-pointers, 2 of 6 from 3-point range. She didn't get to the foul line. She had 7 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 turnovers, no steals, 1 block. It's like she's inefficient, man. And they drop in games when Caitlin Clark stinks it up out there, inefficient offensively, they lose ball games. She is too inefficient. And then you look at Melisha Allen-Hines. She did well against the Atlanta Dream, but then you stink it up against the New York Liberty. 3 points, 1 of 4 from the field. And then Michaela Timpson, she didn't give you nothing. Sophie Cunningham, where she had 17 minutes, you don't give them nothing. Raven Johnson was probably the bright spot off the bench. So, I mean, this notion of y'all keep on protecting and making excuses for Caitlin Clark got to stop. She just completely stunk it up. She's inefficient. I've seen this movie before. I've seen it before. Y'all have to stop with that. On a night that Atlanta Dream bounced back and Angel Reese dominates the Washington Mystic, everybody wants to make excuse for Caitlin Clark on how the Indiana Fever lost that game against the New York Liberty by letting them come back. They let one get away. After the defensive effort they put in against the Atlanta Dream, where was the defensive effort against the New York Liberty? I see everybody in the comments section, #salute. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot, tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We'll catch you on the next one. Deuces. Oh, you mother.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.